The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
This is Howard on second down. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Trubisky draw play, gives to Howard. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd down, Trubisky. A solid stiff arm. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always that changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's Cohen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too.
Let's go. Run the ball after this.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out.
Let's go. Run the ball after this. Lock in.
Trubisky with the give to Howard. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Off the toss, Cohen. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He'll get it up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Lock in.
Trubisky will throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. And Parkey's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me, partner.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the three is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the three is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. Their own 22. Cousins now to throw on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Morgan. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. Order.
Black, 82. Rhino!
A first down throw for Cousins. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Akeem Hicks able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Black.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, Oscar!
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Hey, we're good. Through.
On 1st and 10, Cousins flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. It's caught at the 10. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll run with Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. Powerful running. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the second quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down.
Hey, we're good, we're good, we're good.
He's checking. Shoot.
Running for it, here's Cook. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. Cook turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Gotta go.
They run. This is Cohen. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. This is Cohen on the toss. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for first down. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. Well, while we have a second here, how about we get bold and make a couple Super Bowl predictions?
Hey, why not? Let's go ahead and put ourselves on the spot.
Just more fodder for the angry people. What do you think? Who's going to win it? Who's going to be the MVP?
Well, my prediction for this one is the New England Patriots win the football game. They win it 32-30. The MVP, the McCourty twins, Jason and Devin. They both get 2 interceptions apiece, and instead of splitting the trophy, they wrestle for it right there in the 50-yard line post-game, because you know sibling rivalries, one always wants the upper hand.
Okay, that's bold. I'll go Rams on a Greg Zuerlein 44-yarder from the right hash as time expires.
44, that's nothing for him.
MVP Todd Gurley, 2 touchdowns, 1 catching, 1 rushing.
I like it.
There you go.
You don't like the McCourty thing, though, do you?
No, I do like that. If that happens, you're Nostradamus.
There you go.
Red, up.
Here's Trubisky to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. Sherrill's to return it. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
And a penalty, it helps a little, but they'll still have to navigate a 3rd and 9 now.
Two. Like
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Matt Weil now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 18. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Let's go, let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike,
Yellow!
I got it.
Yellow!
Check.
Yellow, yellow. Ready, send there. Yellow, yellow.
Cousins on 1st down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one goes for 24 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On second and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. They'll give it to him up the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Hey, you got three. Three down.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Hey.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Again, it's Cohen. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
The Bears on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. The Bears on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
Let's go, let's go.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Let's go, we're on the ball after this. Hey, 18. Come on, Hey, 18.
Now Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now Trubisky to throw on second. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Back to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Give to Howard. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing here, Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring.